but then we get to some of the new Pokemon. Oh god, did they drop the ball on this one. Whether you like the direction they took the designs or not, there's no questioning that objectively, these are some of the dumbest motherfuckers we've seen thus far.
Silokhawk, you dumb idiot moron face. That's completely subjective.
Then how do you explain all these memes? There's so many memes! Nearly every Pokemon from Sun and Moon is its own meme.
I hate my life and I hate everything in it. There, I spelled say correctly this time. Hey guys, Mr. Power Armor here, and I just want to let you know I love Sun and Moon. I love the locations, I love the characters, I love the story. I just love Sun and Moon so much. Here, let me show you how much I love Sun and Moon. Nate. Yeah. I love Sun and Moon. But yeah, Sun and Moon are great. But I've recently made a discovery. The Pokemon in Sun and Moon are bad. Why are they bad? 'Cause memes. 'Cause fucking memes, guys. The Pokemon in Sun and Moon are bad 'cause of fucking memes. They're bad 'cause... God damn it. Now, if you couldn't tell from my little introduction, I'm going to be doing a commentary on Silokhawk's top 10 worst Gen 7 Pokemon. And if you thought Metal Blade's arguments were shit... Man, you are not prepared for the fuck train that this video is. Now, there's one more thing I want to make clear before I start this video. The reason why I'm commentating on this video is not because Silokhawk doesn't like these Pokemon. If Silokhawk doesn't want to like these Pokemon, more power to him. But the reason why I'm commentating on this video is because of the reasons behind said opinions. And with that being said, I think we can start the video. All aboard the pain train of bullshit explanations and zero research. Woot woot!
The Moon definitely presents the most pleasant world we've seen so far, but then we get to some of the new Pokemon. Oh god, did they drop the ball on this one. Whether you like the direction they took the designs or not, there's no questioning that objectively, these are some of the dumbest motherfuckers we've seen thus far.
Silokhawk, you dumb idiot moron face. That's completely subjective.
Then how do you explain all these memes? There's so many memes! Nearly every Pokemon from Sun and Moon is its own meme.
Yeah, right, this bit. Question. Why do memes make these Pokemon bad? If you're expecting an explanation, well, he doesn't give one. Look, I'm not a fan of memes either, but I understand that they're just shitty jokes at the end of the day. So I don't understand why these jokes apparently make Gen 7 have the worst Pokemon in them. Also, objectively, adverb, in a way that is not influenced by personal feelings or opinions. You're saying you're not being influenced by personal feelings, yet here you are saying all the Gen 7 Pokemon suck because there are memes of them. Come the fuck on, dude.
But fine, I'll admit, I'm almost glad these designs exist for the memes alone. I can only wonder if that was an intentional move by Game Freak as a publicity stunt.
Then why bitch about it? Seriously, if it doesn't bother you that much, then why bring it up to begin with? All this does is pad out your intro. Well, that and makes you look like a complete dumbass for hating Gen 7 Pokemon for one of the most retarded reasons I've ever seen.
And beyond that, I do want to iterate, these entries are based on designs and designs only. So if I end up putting something on this list as a super dark Pokédex entry or whatever the heck, note that I'm only focusing on the appearances of these guys. Because, you know, I'm super shallow or whatever.
And why is your video called Top 10 Worst Gen 7 Pokemon? Shouldn't it be called something like, I don't know, Top 10 Gen 7 Pokemon whose design I don't like? Because that's all you're going over, their design. Did you do this for clickbait? Because this is a very misleading title, because you're just calling them bad based on their designs.
Well, let's cut the bullcrap and count down what you came here to see. Hey, I'm Silokhawk, and this is the top 10 worst Gen 7 Pokemon.
Silokhawk,
Yeah?
are you sure you aren't just making this video to piss people off? Are you sure?
No, I seriously just thought this would be a fun video to make.
Yeah, well then how do you explain that?
Look, I can explain.
Don't keep promises you can't keep, boy. I will tear your ass apart if there isn't a good explanation for this entry.
Yeah, real subtle way to start the countdown, right? But hey, these are the first Gen 7 Pokemon that we saw, so I only think it's fair to start the list off of them. I do want to say, none of these, minus one of them I'll cover in a second, are really that horrible, but the inconsistency is definitely there. For the sake of not jumping back and forth, I'm just going to give my quick thoughts on the 3 starter lines and their subsequent forms right now. First off, we got Rowlet. And yeah, sorry to trigger the Litten and Poplio fanboys, but I do like Rowlet's first form the most. Hashtag Team Rowlet. My only problem is, despite thinking the design looks solid enough, does this look like a starter to you? It certainly doesn't to me. It looks like one of the field birds you find early on in the games. So yeah, like the design, doesn't really look like a starter though.
Okay, but why? You compare it to Hoot, who is the only field bird Pokemon that is an owl. How exactly does this make Rowlet look more like a field bird Pokemon? Also, might I mention, why does it not look like a starter Pokemon? What exactly makes a starter Pokemon? See, I ask these questions because he doesn't give any explanations. Look, dude, if you're gonna make a claim like that, you gotta give better reasons besides, oh, I just feel like it. I know this is an opinion list, but just saying Rowlet's design looks bad because it doesn't look like a starter because you feel like it is a very lazy and very stupid reason.
Oh, moving on to Litten. Edgy yokai watch cat. Yeah, okay. Also, come on. Fire hairballs. Look, you could give me crap if you want, but that's just ridiculous. Poplio. Oh boy, you were just doomed from the start, weren't you? The second the starters were revealed, the majority immediately decided that Poplio was the weakest link. That upset so many people that you now see people petitioning to stop the Poplio hate. Kind of funny, actually. But yeah, I gotta agree with the majority on this one. Not a huge fan of Tom and Jerry Seal.
So, still waiting on those explanations? Yeah, surprise, surprise, he doesn't explain. But don't worry, guys, he clearly knows what he's talking about. You also bring up people who wanted to stop the Poplio hate. Why is this bad exactly? His wording is so vague about it. Like, are you shitting on people who wanted to defend Poplio? You could have spent this time going into more depth about why you don't like Poplio's design, which, by the way, you don't really explain that either. Fuck me, this is gonna be the rest of the video, isn't it?
Onto the second evolutions, we got Datrix, who is an owl with an emover. In fact, the game literally states that he, quote-unquote, is going through a phase. Besides the teenage dude, not a horrible design. Torracat, pretty solid. Bryon, oh boy, here we go. I mean, look, I'm really sorry if somebody watching this actually likes Bryon, but Ballerina Seal. There is no redemption to be had here. Also, can I just point out that this thing only has a little more than a 1 out of 10 chance of being a female? Yeah, Miss Popstar over here, most likely a dude.
Oh, fuck you. You're not even trying to explain anymore. If you held any knowledge about the Pokemon games, you would know that every starter has an 87% chance of being male. How the fuck did you miss this? And why is it a problem that there's a chance of it being male? We've had very masculine and very feminine Pokemon who are both capable of being either male or female. Game Freak has done it before, so why is it a problem now? You are bitching about Brioni just to bitch about Brioni.
On to final forms. Decidueye. Not bad. Incineroar. Oh, jeez. Do I even need a comment? It's dumb, okay? End of story.
Give me an explanation on why a Pokemon looks dumb. Nah, I wouldn't want to do that. That'd actually require work and effort and using my brain.
Also, it's not even a fighting type. If you're gonna turn a cat into a WWE wrestler, at least give it a typing that makes sense.
Well, let's take a look here. Incineroar is based off a heel wrestler, and heel wrestlers are known to be the villains in wrestling. And considering that in the original games, dark types are called evil types, well, you put 2 and 2 together. And why are you bitching about his typing? I thought you were talking about his design. Jesus Christ, we're in the first entry and this video is already an inconsistent fucking mess.
Oh, hey, I don't dislike all of these, so why did I collectively put them all in number 10? Also, geez, am I seriously still in number 10? Yeah, not all of these are bad, but my problem is that if I were to say Pokemon Diamond, Pokemon Gold, Gen 3, Gen 5, what's the first thing you think of? The starters and the legendaries, right? As far as first impressions go, these guys aren't doing much for me. And despite if you absolutely love Poplio or absolutely love Rowlet or whatever, I still have yet to meet a single person that loves all 3 starters, including their evolutions. That being said, let's get this damn show on the road. I can't believe I just spent all this time on number 10.
Just because you've yet to find someone who loves all the starters equally doesn't make the starters bad. There are tons and tons of people who love Rowlet, Poplio, or Litten. Just because you've yet to find someone who loves all 3 of them equally doesn't make them bad. And what is it about these starters that don't make them memorable? At the beginning of this entry, you said you'd explain why all 3 of the starters are on this list. Reason why this is a problem is that you are trying to construct a video trying to convince your audience on why these Pokemon design-wise are bad. But you can't seem to be bothered with basic fucking research. Hence why I'm making this video. And let's talk about the length of your entry. You spent 4 out of the 12-minute video just talking about the starters. Not also just completely asinine because you're going to end up rushing the rest of your entries now, but the fact that you acknowledge it doesn't help either. You know it's a problem, but you don't do anything about it. Seriously, what the fuck?
To the point, I think Segaleo is pretty alright. Bolinol's design is kind of a mess. Again, these aren't horrible, but when it comes to legendaries, pretty alright just doesn't cut it for me. Much like the starters, the legendaries should represent the best the game has to offer, and there is just much better to see in Sun and Moon than these guys.
Yeah, cause Silokhawk says so, that's why. Seriously though, can I please have an explanation? What do Lycanroc, Vikavolt, and Necrozma have to offer about Sun and Moon that the legendaries aren't apparently offering?
Beyond that, the thing that really upsets me is that the legendaries in X and Y were so good. Straight up, I think Xerneas and Yveltal are the best legendaries we've had since Ho-Oh and Lugia. Needless to say, I was a bit let down by these two. And in the sake of transparency, I got like 3 other videos I should be working on right now, so let's just move on to number 8.
Stop the music! Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Oh, I'm working on other videos, so I'm just gonna wrap this up. Really, dude? Really? I thought you said you were doing this video for fun, so why the fuck are you rushing it? What, is someone pointing a gun at your head and telling you that you need to make this video as fast as possible? Well, I mean, that'd explain why all your reasons are shit. But seriously though, if this is the kind of mindset you have when making videos, it kind of makes me worry about the quality of your channel as a whole.
Whoa, hey, back it up, back it up! Do we have a problem, or is your jaw just permanently stuck like that? When I first saw Yungoos's design, I thought it was pretty horrible, but evaluating it further, his design is alright. It's just the mouth that throws me off. Is the mouth alone reason enough to throw him on a list? I don't know, but he's already on here, so...
And apparently that's enough to land it on a top 10 worst list. Seriously though, you're pretty petty for throwing Yungoos on here just because of one thing you don't like about its design.
Yungoos, the loitering Pokemon... Wait, what? May not be so bad when overlooking his weirdly drawn mouth, but even then, he is a bit generic. Also, he evolves in his Ultra.
We need to build a wall.
Damn, you're not even trying anymore, are you? Seriously though, this was a very rushed entry. What about Yungoos makes its design generic? And why did you use a meme? I thought you said all the Gen 7 Pokemon were bad because of memes. What the fuck is this list?
I think all of you knew this guy would be somewhere on the list. But why so low? I can't help it. After about 200 memes of this guy, he starts to grow on you. It's gotten to the point where the poor thing isn't even seen as a Pokemon anymore. He's devolved into nothing more than a meme. But what a great meme to be!
Okay, man, you're sending me mixed messages here. I thought you said the Gen 7 Pokemon were bad because there were so many memes of them. Yet here you are saying that you like Alolan Executor because of the memes. What the fuck, dude? Do you like these Pokemon because of memes, or do you not like them because of the memes?
And if the design wasn't enough, the thing is also a Dragon type. Why?
Oh, that's simple. For you see, Alolan Executor is based on Dracena trees. Sorry if I mispronounced that. And Dracena literally means female dragon. I mean, you do know there's a reason behind these typings and designs, right?
Its type alone made it a meme. Poor Charizard. You'll just have to live the rest of your life knowing that Memer McLaws over here out-dragoned you.
Sure, let's ignore the fact that it has a Mega Evolution that can turn it into a Fire Dragon, and it's also in the Dragon Egg group. I'm sure your precious Charizard is fine.
I hate Mondays.
You know, turning Meowth into a sassy cat is one thing. In fact, you know what? I'll even say I like it. But what in the holy hell is this? Why is his face all swollen up?
Most likely because Alolan Persian is based on the British Shorthair, an imported breed known well for its large and rounded head. Again, there's a reason why these Pokemon are designed the way they are, and it's not that hard to look up as to why.
So that thing I said in the beginning, these entries are based on designs and designs only. Mostly because of this guy. Okay, yeah, I get it. It possesses people and it's resting on top of a pile of bones or whatever, and that's super edgy. I don't care what brooding backstory you try to give it, because at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact it's a fucking sandcastle.
Dude, shut the fuck up. Pokemon based on items has always been a thing since Gen 1. There's also the fact Sandygast is a ghost type, and if you could see, throughout the series, a majority of ghost types are possessed items. So I ask, why is Sandygast such a problem all of a sudden? Oh, he doesn't explain? Well, no surprise there, considering he's proven again and again that he is a lazy fuck.
What the fuck is this? So apparently, Pedo Bear has a cousin, and surprisingly enough, equally as creepy. But guess what? He's actually not on the list. His first form is. So besides its ball butt.
That, my friend, is a tail.
It has a tag coming out of his ass. This isn't like Mimikyu where it's a haunted cheetah cloth. This is just a bear that has the misfortune of having qualities of a stuffed animal, including its name. And I'm sure I'm gonna have some people in the comments going,
Oh, but it's cute.
and fine. If that's honestly your opinion, then it is what it is. At the same time, if all it takes for you to consider something as cute is a slap a pair of glossy eyes and a smile, because I'm not sure what else it could be.
I mean, Stuffle is also based on a stuffed animal, and lots of people love stuffed animals, so maybe that's why many people find it cute. And really, dude, you're gonna give people shit for liking Stuffle? I mean, it is kind of ironic, considering you seem to throw a bitch fit whenever anyone shits on you.
This may seem a bit anticlimactic, but the #1 worst Gen 7 Pokemon, and yours too, is Bruxish.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna have a fucking idiot speak for me. The fact that you're assuming everyone hates Bruxish is retarded. Get your head out of your ass.
The colors are all over the place, they gave it human lips with lipstick for some reason, and its general demeanor is just creepy. Like, stop staring at me like that! No! I may have already had 10 shots at this party, but even I'm not that desperate. Admittedly, I don't think Bruxish is my personal worst Gen 7, but I had to put it on #1 because I don't think anyone likes this thing. It really is the jinx of Gen 7, a Pokemon nobody would consider as their personal #1 worst, but looking at it just makes you feel uncomfortable. Obviously, different people are gonna like different Pokemon. While I personally dislike Pokemon like Garbodor, there are people out there who actually like this thing. I don't really understand why, but hey, I'm not gonna purposely ignore those opinions just because I disagree with them.
But you seem to have no problem shitting on them, right?
But when Game Freak designs a Pokemon like Bruxish, and immediately gets a response from everyone, that's when you know you done goofed.
Oh, get off your fucking high horse already. You trying to speak for everyone does nothing but make you look like a complete jackass. The fact that there are people who like Bruxish shows that you do not speak for everyone. And with that, the video comes to an end. Final thoughts? Basically, this video is the same as his top 10 Pokemon that shouldn't exist video, minus the fact that he's working with 2 other people and this video has better visuals. And I'll say this one more time, I understand that top 10s are completely subjective, but his reasons are complete and utter shit. Seriously, a majority of the Pokemon that you put on this list were on here because you felt like they were bad, which is fine, but if that's the only reason why they're on said list, it doesn't fucking work. Not everyone is going to give a shit about your feelings. They want reasons, which majority of yours were bullshit anyway. And do I really need to explain why rushing this video was such a fucking terrible idea? And with that, I think I'm done. I'm Mr. Power Armor, and I need to stop doing commentaries on Pokemon. Holy fuck.